What's up? It's Lip Service. I'm Angela Yee.
I'm Mora.
I'm Gigi Dior.
I'm your girl, Just Pam.
Yay! All right, first of all, I feel like I haven't seen... we haven't done a lip service here at Engine Room in quite a minute because the last couple of episodes have been from BET Awards, right? And so, yeah, so we're back. And it's nice to be here in person. So the other Gigi McGuire, she is overseas somewhere, and so is Stephanie Santiago.
Living their best life.
Yeah, they're having a time. So we're here, but I want to ask you guys something. When you're late, are you the type of person that's just late, or do you like give constant updates? Because even for me, when I'm like 2 minutes late, I get really like jittery and nervous and stuff like that, and I feel like I have to like keep updating somebody. But some people just be late.
I couldn't live with myself if I just was late. Like, I mean, I guess it depends on what I'm late to. Like, I'm not gonna give like my kids a constant update if I'm gonna be like 5 minutes late to pick them up. But like, if I'm late for work, absolutely, I've started updating the producer at like 4 o'clock because I could see on my arrival time that it was adding time, and I was like, I would rather you know
ahead of time. Yeah.
As soon as I know or I think there's a possibility, I want you to know, because I hate that last minute where like you're depending on somebody and they don't have the courtesy to let you know.
Oh, and I also hate when the person tells you that they're going to be late, but you could have took your time.
Right.
So you're like, man, if I would have known, right,
Then I would
just tell me.
Yes.
Yeah, I've improved like since when I was working with Ange and even just being around Ange. I get anxiety now when I'm late. I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to tell her I'm late? Oh my God. But it has improved a lot, so I understand. So I do get a little anxiety now when like I'm running late.
Anxiety is when I got a show and I know I'm supposed to be on stage at a certain time and something happens. I get like butterflies, my stomach start hurting. I be farting here and there, like it be just like my nerves. Just be
You
like,
fart when you
oh
get
my
nervous?
God. When I'm about to miss a show or I'm gonna be late,
It
that's
makes
the
you
worst
fart?
feeling. It's the
Really?
worst. It's the worst because my stomach start hurting so bad.
It's that fight or flight.
Right.
Like
I wonder
that.
what you could do about that, like, so we could not feel that type of like.
I'm telling you, especially when I'm doing a show with like, and Naeem is there, and I think I'm gonna
Naeem
be
Lynn.
late. Naeem is like HR. We be like, oh God, we gotta deal with HR. He got a whole set of rules, like 10 to 15 minutes late is this. If you're late for more, so I don't be trying to be late. So if I think I'm gonna be late, my nerves take the best of me.
Now, Gigi, I follow you, Gigi Dior,
Yeah.
on all social media. So something's different here.
My new girls.
Yes, you got it.
I didn't want to
upgraded.
say nothing, but I was like, they sitting up
I
there.
have upgraded quite substantially since the last time you saw me. So
All right, now tell us about that decision.
So it was actually more than just going larger. My old set, you can see actually in old photographs, my left one was out of pocket.
Okay.
And it shifted, and when I flexed any sort of chest muscle, you could see like the ripples, and it was like super deformed. So it was it was definitely deformed.
It was time.
And
How long did you have them?
So I had my first set. This is my third. So I had my first set for 19 years, 20 years.
Wow.
I like breastfed kids and all that good stuff through them. And then in 2021, I upgraded to the last set.
Okay.
And within like a month, it shifted. Like the rippling started, and I was like just devastated. I spent so much money to get them done. And when I was like in videos and stuff, like people were making comments like it just it looked awful. So I've been shooting since March in Florida. I've actually been living there mostly. And I went and saw like one of the best surgeons ever out there, and he looked at me and he goes, "We need this, we'll do this, and this is the size." And I was like, okay, whatever you say. And he was like, when do you want to do it? I was like, how's next week? He's like, perfect. So we just did it. And I went larger because I had breastfed and I had the larger size at one point. So I had the skin available. So,
Okay.
and I love them.
Good.
They
That's
are.
what means the most. I want to ask you this too. So,
Yeah.
does it change any type of like nipple sensation, or I want to know about that?
So right now they're still a little numb, but they're only like a month and a half old.
Okay.
So they are like a little like numb still, but I can feel the sensation coming back.
Okay.
So this time they went under the nipple. The other times they went under like underneath the breast. So this is the first time I've had it around the nipple, and they healed insane. Like I was shooting in 3 weeks.
All
Like,
right,
it
just
was-
question because I'd
it
be
was
so
crazy.
interested. I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of people have gotten like things done, you know, so I just like to know. And I know people who are listening think about it. And some people might have done it or might be considering it. So I like to make sure we put out like real information.
If you're considering it, my recommendation is ask for references, like not just like small town ones. My biggest regret is I went and saw for my second set, I saw like a local doctor out in New Jersey, and I trusted him because he was actually an assistant on my first surgery 20 years ago. So I was like, oh, okay, like there's that reciprocity, right? So I didn't check with anyone else. Like he was like, well, I can see what I can do. I woke up with the same exact size. Like everything was the exact same.
Wow.
I felt like it was like
You didn't do anything.
Groundhog Day. I was like, wait, I already had these.
And can you return them? Like, is
No,
that a
well, I
thing?
tried.
Like, is there return
I
policy
tried
on them?
It's like a warranty.
girl. I said, like, wait a minute. Like, first of all, in a month, they've fallen out of pocket. Like, that should be So I went back and he was like, there's a recall on them. And I was like, okay, well, that should get me somewhere,
He said there's
right?
a
It's like a car. Just take it back.
Crazy.
Yeah, I was like, well, that should get me somewhere. He's like, sure, we can open you up, but if nothing's wrong with them, you are on the hook for the whole surgery. And I was like, well, I didn't like you anyway, so I'm not going to pay you to do them again
Right.
and still not like them. So I asked some girls in the industry who I like loved their boobs. Like I was like looking at them and I'm like, I want that. And there seemed to be like consistency, like it was the same doctor in the same area. So I was like, that's what I'm doing. So if anyone's considering it, make sure they're licensed and make sure they're an actual plastic surgeon. They're not like a practicing, like we get a lot of dermatologists that are plastic surgeons.
Get out of here.
Yeah. I don't know that, I mean, they might be good, but just make sure you do your homework. Make sure you're comfortable with this person and that you can speak freely and say like, this is my issue. Because you hear all of these horror stories right now.
Yes, we've
of,
seen
like,
a lot of
BBLs
things
and-
happening of people even dying. From,
Yes.
So that's why I want to make sure we put that information and board certified, right?
Board
That's
certified,
Definitely board
huge.
certified.
And look for references. Like look through their social media at like if they have social media, which is a big warning sign if they don't, right? Like if there's not something out there that they're showing their work
because
on.
then you see them
or,
comments.
Comments.
Well, I have where I got, so I did a mommy makeover. Like I went in this health fit. I was working out a lot. I lost all my weight.
That's amazing.
And then I was like, Ange, I'm going to go get a tummy tuck. I've been a mother since 16 and have not been comfortable with myself or my body, showing my stomach or anything. I'm working out so freaking hard. I had abs, but then, you have the skin there. Boobs was almost touching my thighs. Not even my mom boobs touched the thighs. So I was thinking, you know what? I got her body. So that means by her age, my boobs going to touch my thighs.
Right.
So I wanted to get a reduction. And the place I went to, they speak horrible things about them. But the doctor that saw me there, he was very natural. He did a really good
You
job.
went to a place that was that.
Well, at that time when I did my research, I didn't see all of that.
Okay.
After I did my job,
I was gonna say
because everybody was like, "You went there," and I'm like, "Yeah." My doctor actually, like, he was very, very conscious. He's like, "You have a beautiful body. You already don't have enough." I wanted 3/6 lipo. I wanted all this stuff. He's like, "No." I paid for the whole mommy makeover, but literally no lipo was done. He literally just took the skin off my stomach. I asked for a breast lift, and I didn't want to put anything in it. I just, because my boobs were always, my boobs were always nice. But once you take that bra off, baby, they drop.
Right.
So I was like, no, I want to walk around with no bras. So I was like, I just want a breast lift. I don't want to put in no cup. I don't want them too big. And he was like, yeah, sure, let's do that. The coordinator was telling me, listen, I know what you're saying, but so many women come in here saying they want to just do a breast lift and don't put nothing in it. But when they do a breast lift, they're also cutting out a lot of your tissue.
Okay.
So you end up going back anyways
to get a little more
to go get a gel.
So why not do it while you're there?
So she's like, I promise you, just go ahead and get a 375. I was like, girl, that's too big. The doctor's like, no, she doesn't need that. So I appreciated that he was very conscious and listening, that I just wanted to fix the skin and just, I don't want too much. But he was like, all right, let her do it. Let's get the lowest. He said the lowest. He was like, get her 175. They was like, the lowest you could get, I think, is 200.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So he was like, all right. So they was like, she can't get 175. So they gave me 200, and I'm happy with them. Like, you would never know that I got, my
Absolutely
areola was taken over after I breastfed, and I had 2 kids. I breastfed. My areola was like insane.
Right.
They reduced my areola. It's beautiful. I love it. and I have all my sensations.
Okay, good.
On my nipples.
That's what I'm scared about.
Right.
I have all of them, but it's beautiful. It's scarred up.
Yeah.
But I am happy that my doctor was conscious, because I would have hated to go in there and come out with something that.
Right.
And you were conservative.
Because, you know, I feel like
Exactly.
there's also a lot of shame about people, like, getting
Yeah.
things done. But I feel like for practical, like, it is your own body to decide what you want to do.
Yes.
But I can also understand, like, the confidence, you
Yes.
know,
Yes.
that
definitely.
it gives people as long as you're doing it for those reasons and doing it safe.
Listen, Ange would tell you, here, you want this? I know you love them crop tops.
I know. She is.
Listen, from 16.
Can't get her out of crop top now.
Exactly, like from 16.
I'm right there with you. I
Imagine
love
being
me
a
some crop
teenage
tops.
girl,
Mhm.
self-conscious about showing your stomach and all of that. And on top of that, being a mother, thinking it's so much, and just thinking about it and thinking where I'm at now mentally when it comes to me and my self-love and just loving myself. I got it, like 7 years? I was already in my mid-30s when I got it done.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I would have got this done at 25.
Well, I wear crop tops too, just like
I love crop tops.
I stay in a crop top, just so you know.
No, and
We out here in these crop tops.
You know what? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I wish, like, I didn't have that confidence. And I don't know if it was something from having a child at 16. So that already killed my confidence.
I think because you said, like, it was the extra skin, the
It's like the
stretch
extra
mark.
skin. Like, it was just so much. And again, I think it was more mental because
Because no guy ever said, I don't
no
like how
guy
to, yeah.
ever
No.
in his life.
And
said
not if he
anything.
wants to walk out of the house.
Yeah.
Like, you better
And I
really
know
watch
Just
what
Pam,
you said.
and Just Pam, you also went on a journey to lose a lot. You lost a lot of weight
Yes.
too.
I gained it back. Turn the camera that way.
No,
Turn the camera that way.
Them titties sitting right though.
I know, right?
I think you look good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No,
Yeah.
for real.
Nah, but I did, but I'm on a journey again
Mm-hmm.
to try to, you know, I lost the weight quick because it was money on the line.
Yeah, it was
So
a
they-
competition.
Not even
I
them bet me
remember.
money. So I was like, okay. And they kind of told me I couldn't do it. So I did it just to kind of be like, ha, I did it.
and get that money.
But then like right after
You got the money, you spend it on
we
food.
went to the buffet. It was a thing, you know. So now it's like I want to try to do it, you know, permanently.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking about like, yeah, maybe I do want to get a tummy tuck because my stomach will never be flat no matter what I do. Ever, it's always going to be, you know, the fupa will be fupa no matter what. So
And that was the thing. Like, as I was working out,
Yeah,
like
she was
I
working,
was
like, every day.
I love working out. Like I was working out crazy boot camp, 7 a.m. the evening shift, and I just felt like I was working so hard, but still that skin, like you said, like you can lose all of that.
Yeah.
But you're still gonna have that skin, and it's like, yo, I got all these abs under the skin, and I still can't.
Right.
Let me just go ahead and do it. But I'll be your accountability partner. Come to
I
Brooklyn.
know it's abs under here. Like I know.
Girl, I see them.
They like chiseled. Like they like I feel it in my spirit. They there.
And Gigi, what's your workout regimen? Because
I love spinning.
okay,
Yes.
But back like totally into what you're saying. I could work out as much as I wanted. That was not something that was ever going to grow and be a natural, right? So, and I'm by far the most confident and I feel the most feminine as I've ever felt in my entire life.
okay.
Like I feel my own boobs probably more than I should, and it's probably not healthy. But like I absolutely like I love the way they look. But my workout is back to your question. I spin. I love spinning. It's like just freeing, and it's like just incredible.
I bought this damn bike that I'd never use.
Never. And
I
I
used
can
it
stand
like 3 times. I gotta get
She has a whole gym in the basement.
I
How
do.
about that?
I do. I have a whole gym. It's a shame.
I'm always like, Ange, I'm going to the basement today, and
No, we
have
both
not
don't
made
go
it at
Yeah.
all. I did start when I'm in Miami. I do a workout. It's not Pilates, but it's Pilates on crack. I call it Legree.
Okay.
So it's like a machine. You're doing Pilates, but you're doing it on a machine. And
love
I tell you, I was sore for like 4 or 5 days.
I want to do Pilates so bad. There's like a club Pilates right by me. The
You
problem
should.
is that I don't want to get started and be like that one person that don't know what they're doing. You know, I want like some private lessons first so I
Go to
could.
group.
And then,
Go to
yeah.
Or start with the beginners, because the beginners groups
Exactly.
genuinely are like
Beginners.
older or they're brand new. Like I was like 2 left feet when I first started. I was like, how does this machine work? And you let it go and it slams. But yeah, start with the beginners class. They're really, really like slow and intentional.
And
You'll
try
be
Legree.
bored out your mind. Like
I love
Listen,
it.
Listen, the
I
grizz
was
in the
at the
machine,
beginning.
you're stretching out like your legs. I'm not.
Uh-oh.
There
Yeah,
are
with
some
other
other things like your legs, you stretch out, like it's crazy.
Have you ever pulled anything during sex, like got a hamstring or
I
like
did.
a Charlie horse?
Oh, the Charlie
Okay.
horse, like in your hip muscle right here sometimes.
And when they have your leg up and it's hurting, but you don't want to let them know it's hurting.
Yeah, you be trying to ride it through.
Right. I'm
Yeah,
like, baby, you
breathe.
came, yeah. Ooh, come.
You're like, I can't feel my butt, so keep going.
I be like,
Or you get that cramp in the arch of your foot, and then
Right.
and you be like, oh,
After
shit.
wearing heels, that happens
Yeah.
a lot. And you're like,
Right.
I wanted this to look sexy, but
I be like,
I need a banana.
hurt.
Exactly. Your leg is up and your stomach is cutting off your oxygen. No? Oh, that's just me.
And sometimes
Alright,
guys
that's
think when
only
you're
me.
saying ow during sex, it's a good ow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it
You
don't.
gotta be like,
No, that's why you need a safe word.
you like for real ow.
Like a,
Right,
no,
like-
like
That's a safe
no,
word.
like you're actually hurting me. Stop. Ooh, you want more?
All right, now I want to take it to something that Just Pam put on her social media page. You did a sketch about stay-at-home dads, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so do you think that the guy that you're with, if you offer to him like, yo, be a stay-at-home dad, I'll take care of it, do you think that he would want to? And you think you could like that? Like a guy who's a stay-at-home dad?
No.
Why y'all so quiet?
Well,
We're
I'll
waiting
do
for
it.
everybody has so much
what's
to
that
say.
actress name? What's her name? The beautiful lady. Where like it was a big thing on Instagram because she's like she let her husband. He's like, you could stay at home now. You could be a stay-at-home dad. Oh, you could stay home with the kids. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my thing because she finally got her big break. Oh, Tabitha.
Tabitha Brown.
Yes, that they made this big thing, and she
Yeah.
had to come out like he held me down while I wasn't working.
Yeah,
and he was
you're right.
out
They
there
did make a
working.
big deal out of that.
Yeah, she's like, and so yeah, like I'll tell him like, you know what, baby, let me get this. Let me go ahead and take care of this. You've been holding us down for a while. And in reality, I probably really just want to be out here too, and I just
Right.
let me be you.
I mean, I probably most likely because I mean, at the end of the day, if you are financially stable enough for you to be able to really hold down, hold shit down, and have the same lifestyle,
She's making a lot of money right
For-
now. too.
Yeah,
And,
like why go be miserable at a job unless
Right.
that's what you really want to do? If he don't want,
And put your babies
Stay home.
in like what? I mean, obviously she's not going to them in daycare, but you know, put your children like with another person that's going
Exactly.
to raise
Yeah.
them. Like, no, I I had never thought about it, but I think I
Mm-hmm.
would like if I was making enough to support everybody.
Right.
Why not?
Like I know someone that I went to school with, and she actually made more money. She ended up, getting pregnant from her boyfriend. They lived together. She was making more money than him, and him going to work would have cost like they would have to pay for daycare, and it would have ended up costing them more money than he was making. You know,
daycare is so expensive.
expensive.
but I got to flip to that. So what
what
do
if
you
you don't
do?
have kids?
What do you do if you have kids and let's say y'all are in the same industry? You can't be like you're an actor, he's an actor.
Well,
Oh,
none
okay.
of
You
us can
can't be
stay
like,
home.
Who gonna
Baby,
watch?
stay at home.
Yeah, you can't.
You-
But no, I'm saying if he
you
wants to
can,
be a
right?
stay at home.
If he wants to be, it is something
It's
different.
an option.
Yeah, it's an option.
I feel like men though, see, look, this is gonna sound so messed up, but I feel like they couldn't hold it down. Like they'll get bored and start doing shit. I don't know.
Right? Like
It would be interesting to
Absolutely.
it would be interesting to see
Because he was
like,
doing shit. That's what I'm thinking about. He was doing shit. Like, and every day, as soon as she came home from work, he was like, here, take him, and out. He was out. He was outside, baby. When I say outside, like, because I'm sure, like, if you're a stay-at-home mom or you have a period of time when you're at home, you get, like, a little, like, I want to be around some adults. I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah.
Totally.
What industry was she in?
Absolutely.
Look, what industry was she in?
She worked for a nonprofit.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah. But she had, like, a big position. And so he was more like a freelancer. So he definitely was cheating like crazy because he was just at
Shame
home.
on
like,
him.
yeah.
Like that's just not cool. Like if you made an agreement and you made like have an understanding that
Right.
He
Right.
probably was getting
Shame
a
on him.
babysitter while he was
Right.
right, you're paying a babysitter so you can go up. Like that's I mean,
Have
I'm
you guys-
sure stay-at-home women do it too. Like I'm sure it's not.
What if he doesn't have kids, right? Would you be with a guy like a kept man who is
No.
just a stay at home?
No.
No.
You gotta work. Or you gotta work for
You
me.
gotta do some,
Or bring
exactly.
some type of money. Like help my career.
Yes.
If like support me and push me and do like do things to help me, get me more deals, get me more business, get me something.
Run
but
my schedule, do something.
nah, we gotta
because,
be right here. Like,
that makes sense. You
I
can't
ain't
just be
taking
home
care of
playing
no man.
Madden all day.
And I don't want no man to take care
Unless
of me
you're making
either.
money from it.
You're making money on
Gotta
it.
figure out a way to make some money from
Right.
playing Madden.
You better go do some OnlyFans or do something.
Have you seen that video?
Which
OnlyFans dad?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, what video?
OnlyFans dad?
No, what's
No,
that?
what is
Oh my god, it's the funniest. It's the funniest skit I've ever seen. It's with Gillian Keeves.
Okay, what's he?
And he literally was like riding like a Sibian, and you could hear the noises, and the kids were downstairs with the mom having dinner, and they were like, you could hear dad like moaning upstairs. They're like, is dad okay? She's like, he's fine. So they barge in while he's riding it, and the coins are going ding, 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 ding.
Oh my God,
And he's
those
like,
coin
thank
noises.
you, unicorn lover. And like, he's like talking to it, and the daughter's like, oh my God. He's like, how do you think I paid for your Kia Soul and your, and you know, the beach house? And he's like, oh baby, we're getting a big beach house this summer. She's like, the one with the pool? He's like, uh-huh. She's like, I love you, daddy. Oh my God.
OnlyFans.
I have
That's
never
crazy.
laughed harder. It's so funny. Yeah.
Could you?
But when
Okay,
said
so
that-
let's just say you met a guy and he did have an OnlyFans, right? And what?
Go ahead.
I'm just
Nah, go ahead. Finish.
And let's just say he was doing like some things. Maybe he was riding a Sibian on OnlyFans, or maybe he was having sex and doing things like that to get some money. Would that bother you?
Yes. I would be extremely bothered.
I
like,
love your honesty. It's so cute.
I'd be like, bro, what
What if he's
happened?
making a
Like,
lot of money?
Why
though?
is this okay? Well, that's different.
Yeah.
I mean,
If it,
but still, it'll be kind of weird.
But if he
like
was doing it before you,
that's a hard one.
I don't think a
That's a
guy.
hard
Well, you think a guy would tell you, "Hey, I do OnlyFans."
he might have to because you'll find out.
bing.
I only know about people do OnlyFans when they tell, because you can't go on like when you go
can't
in, you
search.
can't see nothing, right? Unless you search. Can
Listen,
you like?
people will screen
I've
grab
never-
shit.
It would have to be us having. We would have to have OnlyFans together. But if you already have,
You would
one-
do that?
Who?
Yeah.
Now hold on, back it up, Pam.
Get that camera on my face. I didn't say I would do it.
You said
What
we
I
would have to
said
have it
was-
together. That's what you
I
said.
would- in
So
the
that
event-
implies.
That implies that in that scenario, it would have to be us having OnlyFans. You can't have one without me. Like, what?
Okay.
No, I
So
wouldn't
you
do
would.
it.
So you would like.
That's not what I said.
So we can expect one coming soon.
Okay.
Absolutely
She
not.
might have one.
I was about to say, did you start an account, but
shit,
just kind of?
she does have one.
Did you ever start an account at least like? You know what? I'm not
No.
gonna
Let me
lie.
save my
During
screen
COVID,
name.
when I saw what people was making, I was like, I wouldn't
Nah,
do that.
I
I
started
went
one of
on-
them foot pages though.
Listen, I was doing with my trainer, like the other girls who were training with my trainer, they all had it. They were pulling up in bands, the G-Wag. I'm like, nah, how y'all bitch? I ain't got no damn job. They was like, girl,
We do have a job.
OnlyFans and this and that. I made $50,000 in a week. I'm like, girl, how? She's like, girl, do it, Laura. Just put a mask on here. They started
Put
the
a
page
mask
for me,
on.
and apparently you have to get approved or something like that. So they did it. They was like, here, let me know when they send you this email. I was like, girl, I can't do this. William and
Not even
Jameer
with a
walk
mask
in
on?
on me while I'm in a room
Her
talking
kids.
about you can do it, or somebody screen record my thing and send it to my kids. I was like, yeah, no, I can't do it. She was like, you don't have to do sexual things or anything. Just, wear your mask and wear nice lingerie. I promise you're gonna get a lot of subscribers. I was like, don't you have to advertise your page to get people
Yeah,
to
how
do
would
it?
people know it's there?
How
But you
people
can have
know?
other people advertise your page for you too.
That's what they told me.
Yeah. See, look.
But then that means people still, I just was like,
it
yeah, I
don't
can't
have to
do
have
it.
your real name, right?
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Gigi, okay,
Gigi's
no.
not my real
Now,
name. so-
now we're gonna ask you, Gigi.
Yeah.
All right, because listen to her concerns. Now I want to know for you, like for things that you've done. I saw the
Giggling.
Naughty America.
Yeah.
Okay. But let's just talk about some of the work that you've done because was that a concern for you ever? Like, what if people see it? What about?
Absolutely. So I was way more confident in my ability to keep it quiet for longer than it did. It blew up fast.
Right.
So like when someone says like, do you have any advice for getting into the industry? My first bit of advice is imagine the worst person on the planet finding out that you do this. They will be the first one to find out. Dead serious.
Who
Who
was
is
the
that?
worst
Yeah,
that
who is
you-
the
for
worst
you?
person?
My ex-husband. Like he was
Damn.
I think he found it on like I think something led him to it, or maybe he was on a page or something
He
popped up.
stalks you.
But and then he doxed me to like the kid's school. I think we talked about this last time.
This was,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember. This was why once you guys already separated.
Yeah.
Divorced.
Yeah,
Like we've been
divorced.
divorced like years.
Because you started
Years.
doing it after.
Correct. Yeah. So he was like sending videos to like my friends and the kids' friends'
That's so
parents
crazy.
and all of that stuff. So I always
Petty
say like
ass.
if your grandma, like if you don't want grandma to find out, then you need to be the one to tell her that you're doing this and don't let her find out the hard way, because they will, and they will find out. They will find out. So yes, that's always been a huge concern, and I thought by having a good stage name and like changing like where I lived and like really playing it cautiously, that I could hide it for a little bit. But I underestimated obviously the power of the internet. Like
How old are your
And
kids?
the power of you, girl.
Right.
they're older, so 16, 14, 11, and 8.
Do they know? Have
Yes.
they seen? And how do
So I
how's
sat
that
them down
conversation?
after I found out that he knew. I wanted to nip it in the bud because I didn't want him to be the one that told them.
Deliver the
Because
message.
we're going to make sure that the facts are right. Like
Right.
I can
They
only
gotta hear from
imagine.
you. Yes.
Right. And then that way when he says something, they could be like,
We
we
talked to
know.
her,
Mom
yeah.
talked to us already.
Right.
So it kind of took his power away.
Yes.
So I sat him down and I was like, listen, like, you know, after COVID, it's been really, really, really difficult, you know, like, and money was super tight. He was barely paying for the 4 kids, and it was really, really difficult. And I was like, so I intentionally just started to cam, like, and I initially just started camming. And I felt that that was like, you know, it's in my house, it's
Right.
safe.
It's
like,
safe. You don't have to worry
but
about.
then, like, you have to realize that to make real money, you have to be diversified in the industry. Like, you can't just do one thing. You can't do 2 things. Like, a lot of times you have to do cam, shoot content, and do OnlyFans in order to get a well-rounded like income coming in. Because if they shut down OnlyFans again tomorrow, those girls in G-Wagons aren't going to be able to make the payments.
Right, because they definitely were planning to shut that down a couple of
They,
different times.
yeah, about a year ago, they actually shut it down for a small period of time, and the adult industry went ballistic. And they could do it at any given time.
Yeah.
So make sure that you're not just on OnlyFans, that you're on other websites. And so, yes, I was very concerned about it. But I just talked to him in a real way and told him what not to Google. Like, don't Google this name if you don't want to see. Like, I mean, because my oldest is like of that age where you could be on.
Right.
Has it
on
been a
the
problem
hard
like
now.
at school? Do the
Right.
kids?
I think at first they probably got something said to them, but like everything, it dies down.
Right,
Like,
right.
you know,
Get over it.
they go to a really, really big school. Their high school is a really big school. So I think like you're so saturated and watered down that I think it wasn't.
And news,
A
it
huge
comes and goes.
Right.
I got a question.
Yeah.
How good do you have to be at sex in your mind to be like, I'm really about to put this pussy out there? Like, how good do you have to be? I guess in your mind, like, was you like
It's
I'm
like
really,
It's like I don't want to go to
Interesting. That's a
Pilates
good
because
I
I don't know
am
what
really,
I'm doing.
really good at this. Like, you know how when you're really good at something, you like, I want to do it. Like, was you like, I'm a barista at Starbucks. I make the best coffees, but when I ride this G-Wagon over here, like what made you be like, oh yeah, this is it. This is the career choice for me.
It was like I said, it was a what's the word I'm looking for? Gradual. There we go. It was gradual. So I started with camming, which was by myself. Then I started with OnlyFans, which was either by myself or with somebody like I knew, or you know, like I just blurred faces. And then I had a producer and an agent come me, and they were like, "We would love to work with you." It was.
Crazy.
So, do you want to know how I really get through it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I completely disassociate. I go somewhere else.
Okay.
There are entire scenes that are out there on Pornhub and online that I have absolutely no recollection of.
Right.
It's pretty crazy. So
What?
I know
Damn.
mental health wise, that's probably not the best situation.
and you can do
Like
that without like
Jacqueline
being
Hyde.
drunk or anything. You can just do that. Like,
I don't drink or do drugs before a scene ever.
Okay.
Like I don't need that to escape. I can literally just shut my brain off and go somewhere else.
That's like Joe from You, season 5. with
Season
Reese.
5, I haven't gotten to season
I
5.
haven't gotten to season
it
5 either.
Lord, I am
It
only on
was.
season
I just
3.
finished it, and he didn't know half of the stuff that he did. He thought he was talking to a whole nother person. And
Have you always been able to do that, or is that something you learned to do because of this?
I've disassociated parts of my life, and I think that comes from like trauma that I've endured through my life. So I think it's been something that I taught myself at a young age, and I've just been able to utilize the older I get.
Okay.
So
And the
how
more-
real is it? Like,
Oh, it's awful. It's not real whatsoever.
I
Like,
said I can't see
You sound a
that
little
feeling
curious.
good to me.
She does.
But when I watch the
She's-
porn,
She sounds
She's
like
gonna be
she's
talking to
really
me
just
outside.
trying to. Yeah, she's probably gonna hit you up after this.
I feel like Pam is really trying to get too much information.
I'm just asking the questions because
Right.
when I see these porn, sometimes I
She's
be
like, what type of light should I buy?
how does that feel good? Like I'll be looking, and they be like,
Like
know,
what? Like what? Like how does what?
You know,
feel
they be
good?
doing like the little, oh yeah, oh yeah. They be doing a little, but he got her like bent over in like the most painful
Yeah, because
looking
sometimes things that look good on
situation.
camera are
I
not
was like, that
necessarily.
cannot feel good.
So we have a saying: if it feels good, it looks awful, and if it
It's like fashion.
feels
Yeah, I
awful,
was
it looks amazing.
I was like,
So
there's no way that feels good.
I had sex on a desk, like a wooden desk, for one of my shoots, and this guy was well endowed, and my entire right ass cheek went completely numb because of the pressure.
The wooden desk and the
I got home, and like 2 days later, I had like a internal hematoma on my
See?
spine.
Do you guys get medical
From-
insurance and stuff? Like-
Hell no. I had to pay for all of that. So no. So the girls that are saying like I'm making bank, I challenge to find out like just how they're doing it because it's a lot of work. It's a
Yeah.
lot of work. And like the girl that said like on the video we watched, like yeah, I every girl's probably thought of it, but I don't think a lot of people realize that, like you said, like it doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, let's talk about that video.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's Chloe Hilliard. Here it is.
I could never do porn. I thought about it. Every woman's thought about selling just a tiny bit. Every woman. And they like, every woman has a moment when that rent is laid, you be like, I feel like I'm sitting on a solution. I feel like... there's something I could be doing. I don't know what it is. Right, women, right? Every woman thought about it, right? Every woman, just a hot second. Like if my daddy wasn't in my life. Ooh. Bam.
So, yes, I would say that is Pam, 1,000% true. Shout out to Chloe for that. But every woman at some point has been like, I'm doing all this shit. I need to make some money.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should just, do something. Maybe, because maybe you're like, look, if I could just get paid to go on some dates and maybe and also in your head, I think you think it's gonna be not like some gross guys. You think in your
Richard
head,
Gere is showing up.
right?
Right.
Pretty women. You're thinking, what was the one with Demi Moore where she was in the casino and they lost? You know what I'm talking
I know
about?
exactly. I was just
I
talking
don't-
about
I
this.
can't.
What is that movie again?
When he offered her $1
$1
million
million
for one
to
night
sleep
with
with
your
yes,
wife.
for one night with your wife. And she did it, and it ruined their relationship. But he wasn't bad looking. Now, if he would have looked terrible, that would have made the movie completely
Right,
different.
right.
But I feel like in real life, I don't know who these guys are.
In reality,
Yeah.
they're not going to be Richard Gere.
Right.
They're not.
Have you ever done that? Like I paid.
I've
Okay.
I get paid to have sex on camera. I don't no, that's I always say my boundaries in this industry are like a spaghetti noodle. They were really hard at the beginning, and now it's kind of limp and loose. It's just kind of
like a flaccid penis.
yeah. It bounces around and flexes.
You explained that perfectly because I'm like, what a noodle.
You think your significant other would allow you to in that $1 million
But the whole point-
situation?
Ooh, $1 million. If you were with a guy and you needed $1 million, because they needed it. The thing is, they
And
were
they
in a
was
jam.
broke.
They were in
Yeah.
a pickle.
And
And
somebody
so
was
it was $1 million for one night with you.
I ain't gonna lie.
He'd probably be like, babe,
Buddy I'm talking to now, he's gonna be like,
let's get this money, babe.
go ahead, babe. I ain't gonna think about it.
Just don't
Just
tell
make
me
sure
about
he
it.
wear a condom.
Yeah.
Make sure it doesn't last too long. Make sure you don't enjoy it either.
I'll be mad that he asked because I know my insignificant other. I'll be like,
insignificant other, not significant.
I like
I already know he gonna. Sir, don't even finish your sentence. I already know.
He'll be like, babe, why are you still here?
Right. Yeah. It's going down.
Uber
I already
downstairs.
Know. Yep. Hold on. Where the red dress I bought you? He'll like that. I'm like, you trying to pit me out? What's happening?
He'd be like, where are more of you?
Exactly. Right.
I feel like my man would say no.
I could see him saying
Yes. He'll be like, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Cheers to him, Yee.
Because there is more to it than money, right?
Yeah,
But
definitely.
you know what, though? I feel like a guy would be more comfortable if the person looked awful, too. Because it's more like us. Because if the person is like, good looking and rich, but if he's like a hobbit, you know what I'm saying? And
he knows you're not calling him.
yes, then he knows that you're not like shit.
Yeah,
Maybe
I think
unless he's built like a horse.
Right. The guy I'm talking to, I think he's more like
nice over here.
he more would say, yeah, go ahead and do it, because his thing is like he's so confident
I was
in
gonna
himself.
say that. Yep.
Like he's so confident, and I know his mindset would be like, well, shit, you might cheat on me anyway, so go ahead and do it while I know, and let's get some money.
Yep.
You know,
He gonna be like, I ain't even
shit.
worried
If a
about
girl
it.
tell him, I'm gonna give you $1 million, baby. Y'all want me to join?
All right, so
ahead.
let's just say $1 million, let's just say, right? This is $1 million on the table. So you're saying $1 million, he would approve it, you might do it. What would be off the table? Anything? Because what if they're like $1 million, but I need like a whole night.
First of all, because I'm so like transparent, like I cannot fake if I don't like it and if I don't enjoy it, and if you're hurting me, okay, wait, this hurt. I can't. Like it'll be
Maybe
hard.
like-
Like, do you have to come?
Well, nobody can. It probably help, but
There might be a tip in it if he comes.
because he has a whole night.
Yeah, or if it's like some crazy stuff, like he got to tie me up or like something crazy.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
no
know.
fun.
Yeah, I need to know I need to see in writing what we're gonna do, and then me and my friend gonna go talk about it.
Okay.
That's a hard conversation.
Then we're gonna come back with another contract. Like
okay,
we're
babe,
willing to
so
do
he
this.
wants to tie me up.
Negotiation.
Renegotiate this
Right.
whole deal.
He wants to nut on my face.
all the stuff that you won't let him do. Like,
man,
he wanted this, he wanted that. But
Well, for $1 million,
Yeah.
if
What
I'm
if-
already agreeing to do it,
What if he's like, I need to nut on your face at the end of it?
for $1 million.
Okay.
I think it's better than nutting in you. So
Okay.
right.
That's a fact.
I mean,
You have a child.
one baby wipe and we're cool.
or in my mouth.
Yeah. Oh no. I mean.
Okay, so
certain
let's
So
things-
you don't swallow?
I do.
Okay.
But I first of all, I know that people are clean that I'm doing it with. Like
Right.
I've looked at their test within the last couple of days, or it's my man. So like kind of know.
But if you swallow if their diet is awful, it'll taste bad.
Did I tell you about the blowjob I gave with the weed? Oh, that was like the worst. The worst. So yeah, boys, make sure you like wash it up down there, please. But just be
Wait,
a little
wait,
courteous.
Wait,
the
it
blowjob
smelled
for
like
weed.
weed down there?
It tasted like it. I think I got a contact high
my
from
God.
sucking in his penis because he either smoked and touched himself, or
Oh,
he
okay.
smoked so much
It came
that it was
through
like
his
coming
cum.
through his like pores.
Damn, his cum
I've
was like a joint.
definitely.
You've encountered this.
Listen,
No,
now
I've tasted
she
Hennessy.
just threw me further away from wanting
Like,
to try it.
I have literally
'Cause I
tasted
like
Hennessy.
You tasted
My guy gonna
Hennessy
smoke
in the
weed.
cum?
Absolutely. It was like I took a shot.
Wait,
What
you
would that
tasted
drink-
what?
What would that drink be called?
How drunk was he?
No, like I guess he drinks a lot of Hennessy. So in the act of acting, you could taste the
Was that Hennessy
good?
colada.
Hennessy.
Was that good or no to you?
That was a
Do
Hennessy
you like
colada.
Hennessy?
I do now. Cheers.
Was it VSOP or was it?
It was Hennessy Black. That's what it was. Hennessy Black. But it is true. Like you can taste it.
That diet matters, and
Yeah.
like if he's eating some fruits and veg, it tastes sweet, and you're like, it's delicious. It'd be a good experience, Laura.
We're gonna see.
If he comes to coffee uplifts people, it could taste like a mocha.
Ethiopian.
Yeah.
It can taste
A
like the
latte.
honey Java berry. It can taste like the cocoa espresso with the hints of
Have
honey.
any
and
of
gonna
y'all
start
ever laughed? Like, have you ever laughed after? Like, can we think of a cold word for saying it without saying nut in your mouth? Like, can we say something?
Wait,
else?
laugh after somebody nuts in your mouth? Why would you laugh?
Because I mean,
I could
funny
see
stuff
Pam
happens.
laughing.
So like it happens, and before you could even swallow, I'm like, right?
Why? What's funny?
I don't remember what was funny, but I promise you,
You know what's
right in his face, and I was like,
you spit his comeback on him.
I
How did
couldn't
you get
hold
there
the
that
laugh.
fast?
If I gotta laugh, I can't hold it.
That's why you can't sleep with comedian.
No,
You
this
can't let a
one guy-
comedian suck your dick.
This one guy did try it with me, and I was like, when I was like, wait, what? I spit it right back on him. He's like, yo, did you really why did you even try me? And I told you I don't do that.
Oh, you told
Like,
him you
he
don't
was
swallow?
so offended. Did we ever talk after that? No. Yeah, we never been in that situation. Because I told him.
I think it's good if a guy comes and you keep doing it. It makes him laugh because he's
Yes.
so uncomfortable for them.
That's probably why I was laughing. It was just his reaction, and I couldn't even like swallow because I was laughing so hard. So it just.
So let me ask you a question. After you swallow it, you keep
Oh yeah, I'm a thug.
so
I'm
it doesn't go
straight
limp?
thug.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Depends. Sometimes
But I
it'll
think
keep.
it also
Sometimes
isn't
it'll
that
get
the-
hard again.
I think it also doesn't feel that great for them at that time.
No, that's just like if a
The
man
guys are all
makes
saying
you
no
nut.
in here. Everybody's like, no, it does not.
Yo,
If,
when
if they make you orgasm and they keep going and they
it'd be
think it's
so,
funny
and you tell them to stop and
to
they
pin
keep
you
going.
down. No, that's like getting tased.
Yo,
like,
my beat.
bro, stop. It's like getting electrocuted, but they think it's funny because they like, yeah, I'm gonna keep going.
Well, that's why I
Stop.
think it's funny to keep sucking it after you've come
Exactly.
because I
Payback.
think it's hysterical because they're like, ha!
Yeah, they're so vulnerable.
Yes.
They're
I
like, I'm
actually
like,
don't. Yeah, I
you
don't
lay
like if
there.
I come if you keep on going.
No,
I
stop.
don't.
Yeah,
Stop.
it's like all right. That's
I have
enough.
I make sure I always have my foot on right here.
Right, like they make you. Not to mention you
Sorry.
extra
You
strong.
kick somebody.
When they keep going and like I
I
'Cause
don't like
you
it when
get
they're so
aggressive.
rough.
Then I'm like,
too.
let me get
I'm
on top
like,
of you.
It's a flower.
Yeah, just
Please
lick it
be
gently.
gentle.
Yeah, it's
Like,
so
treat it with
terrible.
care.
Yeah, watch your teeth on us
Yeah,
too. Don't be going so hard.
All the
Relax.
same rules
Right.
apply, man.
I
All
watch
the
some
same rules
porn.
apply.
Just like
I
you don't
ain't
want
gonna
to
lie.
do.
Some porn,
I
and
think
I
I-
be looking like, how does that feel good?
Oh, it doesn't.
Okay, I didn't think so.
I think I got the best pussy eating in the world, Craig, right now. He's
Oh,
because
and-
that's all we can do
and
right
that
now
makes it hard to break up.
till his birthday. And then it's
What?
Why?
Cheers.
It's a thing.
it's a thing with me right now.
Until his birthday?
Yeah, I told him the real one. I told him, but my friends told me, "Girl, you gonna lose that man." So I said, "Okay," to his birthday,
When is his birthday?
August, the end of August, August 20th.
So how long has this been?
We've been talking since March,
Bruh. I got
but I
y'all.
haven't. Remember,
Bruh.
I haven't since that last situation that kind of threw me off, and I had to reevaluate myself. And it's
Wow.
been great, and now I'm nervous that I waited in the anticipation that when we do it, it won't be good.
Right.
I find that when I have sex with somebody, like the beginning is usually not that great. It gets better later.
Definitely.
Because some people feel like the first time is like amazing, but for me, usually the first time is not amazing. It gets better like as
I
we get
agree.
to know
That's
each
how I
other.
feel
You know
like
what
our
I
first
like.
time gonna be because I think it's since we've waited so long.
Right.
And he's been so. And he
I don't
probably
think I've
is
ever waited
fucking
that
somebody
long.
else.
I
But
don't think I've ever I think the longest dry spell like that was probably when I was married.
I
Like,
love that
Yeah?
you called it a dry spell.
this
Like,
was this is my first time like waiting this long, but it's more about me
well,
and
then
something
I'm proud
doing
of you.
for
Then if
myself.
it's something that you're
And I like that he
feel-
understands that.
But you still getting head, Laura.
And that's and that was because of him. He's like, ain't no way. He's like, let me at least please you in some way. I understand. And even that just started
And then
like,
you were like, oh,
and that just started like
Okay.
3 months ago.
Does he eat your booty too?
He tried to. I'm like, you don't got to do that. Just stay over here. It's so weird. It's so
And
like,
you're not doing nothing?
slimy. Huh?
And you're not doing nothing?
He's just eating me out, and then like he'll finger me.
I'm talking about you.
What you mean?
You
For
just
my-
like his dick.
You're not giving head?
I did it like a
Did you jerk
couple
him
of
off at
times,
least?
And I jerked him off.
That's
Okay.
not fun.
But he
Do you
takes
enjoy
them
jerking guys off?
Not if it's not going nowhere
This
after that.
part right here is like a workout, and then it gets numb. I'm like,
We all need the shaker weight for it. to
I
build
love
up
the
our
shaker.
muscles.
Remember the shaker?
I make a whole situation.
yeah,
out of it.
like
It's amazing.
You guys like
Yeah.
getting jerked off? Yeah? No? It's all right. Yeah.
Somebody
He like looks so
Yeah.
Pam.
Yeah, see, guys like
Pam,
it. They
what's-
like it.
What's your tip for making a man come? Because that's like my guess. Like I don't mind sucking the dick, but
She's like, I'm gonna spit this cum back in your face.
remember when remember when Suki was here? Suki was like, suck that dick for an hour. I said, girl, after
Nope.
5 minutes, I'm like,
I'm not doing
I'm like
that.
this.
I'm like,
No,
are we
see,
close?
Baby, you coming?
For
Like,
me, it's like I enjoy it. Well,
I do for the first
But-
3 minutes.
I don't know. The more he moans and groans, the more I get into it.
Okay.
So I don't be wanting him I don't want him to come. I want to keep going. So I'll just be like in the middle of like Call of Duty.
What's the longest you've gone?
I don't know about that. Because I'll be like, all right.
That jaw. I'm
if
like,
you don't do something now, it's over for you.
Oh yeah, I already got that thing where if I open my mouth, my jaw pop. Oh, I know why. I know why it happens. I know why.
What do you think is the most comfortable position to suck dick in?
I've never done it on my knees, so I don't know if that's good. But like, I just get on fours, and then I have to be playing with myself to be able to like keep going.
You're so selfish, Laura.
She's like, yeah, she can't just give him. She got to play with herself.
I've
You
never
see?
even thought.
Yeah,
of
because
that.
if not, I'm like,
You need both hands available.
Because
though.
sometimes you be like, my neck is like, this is uncomfortable.
Yeah, and then I
and then
have
you
to
try to like
move.
shift around. You're like, all right.
And then I know when they're about to, and then I'm like, okay, this hand is cramping.
Yeah.
But I don't want to move it.
Because then you don't wanna mess with the
wanna fuck
vibe.
it up. And then have to start from scratch again. So you're like, "Ugh, the claw.
both
Your
hands
fingers
are
cramping.
required, Laura.
But then like she said, then it gets like you're doing. And I'm like, bro, like it's been like 5 minutes, and it probably really only be a minute, but for me it feels like it's 5 minutes.
We need you to be more enthusiastic. I mean, this is crazy.
He needs to root you on.
5 minutes is too
I may
long.
have to.
We're gonna be your sex cheerleaders.
Yeah,
You're
you
gonna
need
be
us
like,
to
you
come
need
and
to
like
get in this.
cheer you on. Like,
I ain't gonna
"You
lie,
doing
my
great,
hair
girl."
game is not like, and they say that like they'll tell me, they're like, yo, you really could do this. Like, you sure you never done this? But those are like, I did.
Sure, you
one
never
guy,
done what?
like suck, like that. I don't like to suck dick, or that I don't do it normally. They're like, yo,
I know you're
do
not
it
going
really
around telling
good.
people you don't do this.
I have.
No one believes that.
I
As
told
soon as
him-
you say I don't do this,
love
no
you.
one
I
believes
said to
you.
I
him,
don't
I was
believe
like,
you.
yo, no, I
No one
told him, I
believes
was
that.
like, yo, because he told this one guy, he was like, you know what I noticed? You've never sucked my dick. I was like, well, one, you didn't ask for it because you go straight to eating me
gotta
out,
ask.
then we go to fuck. You don't even give me a chance to do it. But
Excuse me,
I'll
can you
do
please
it.
suck my dick?
And I did it, but he came in like 3 minutes. Like, he came fast. So
And
that
you
was
were
a
like,
great experience.
that is what
That's
I
the
like.
one
Yes,
that
this
I
is
would
what-
do
yeah,
it to
please.
all the time. But
We're not getting paid by the minute.
You are my
Artists-
focus group.
like, stop holding your just baby, just let it go. Release.
Yeah.
But not in my mouth.
Okay. Laura keeps saying that.
Have you ever
One
gotten
day, okay, you're
coming.
gonna grow up.
Yeah.
One day
It's
she's
coming.
gonna
It's
grow up.
coming.
Maybe this is the guy for you.
The one that I'm talking to now,
Yeah.
I really do think he is. He has a lot of things and a lot of baggage that he needs to like.
Uh-oh.
Not bad baggage, just because he's a good person.
Mhm.
You know when
You
somebody's
know,
just a
women
good.
don't normally like good guys.
Yeah, no. That's
Yeah,
fair.
and that's the
very
thing.
fair.
That's at first I was like, because he's a great
Do y'all agree
person.
with that? Do you?
No, it's a thing.
Is your
Yeah.
guy a good guy, Pam?
Yeah, he's great.
Okay,
he
good.
really is. But he's not perfect.
Well, no.
You know what I'm
who
saying?
is?
But
But
he's
he's a-
perfect for me.
Yeah.
He's perfect to me. You know what I'm saying? But somebody else could be like, oh, hell no. He do this, and this. I'm like, bro, everybody do something.
Like, he
It's just a
surprised me
matter
at the
of-
coffee shop with flowers. He did it one day. I was coming up the stairs with Tony and Jen, bringing up this thing, and Jen and Tony looking at it. I'm like, what are you doing here? He has like this big thing of flowers. I was like, I don't even like flowers, but I like that.
Oh my
Right.
God, Laura.
Like, and he does it like
You so
randomly
rude.
on a regular,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
oh my God,
He
those
always surprises
flowers.
me with
Well,
shit
he
I don't
prob-
like.
he probably is like, please be rude to me.
He
Please
loves
be
it.
rude to me.
What's the
Please-
most thoughtful
please
gift
kick
you ever
me off
got
you when you-
from anybody? What's the most thoughtful gift you ever received from a man? Like the most thoughtful.
Jameer's, well, this guy gave me
You might as well
a
say
picture.
Jameer's
Yeah,
dad.
Jameer's dad gave me a picture frame, like a collage, but he actually like printed out the pictures, cut out the pictures, and did like a whole collage. And it was like of me and
He did like a
my
diorama.
oldest. Yeah, like it was really,
Aw.
it was really cute, but it was done like I could tell he did it himself.
Right.
I think that was very
was,
thoughtful.
like, all
It had
fucked
my
up.
mom.
Yeah.
It had my dad. I hadn't even visited my dad then. So
Aw.
he went into my dad's Facebook page, printed out one of his pictures, cut it out, and did like this whole little collage
about
of
you?
it.
The nicest gift somebody ever got me?
Most thoughtful.
Almost
Thoughtful.
thoughtful.
Mhm.
I actually like something like that. This guy did make like this huge picture, and it was like in the shape of a heart, and it had like a whole bunch of different pictures of like things I had done in it. I guess things like that are really thoughtful.
Yeah. Because it's like they take their time.
Yeah,
They do,
anything
you know.
that you have to take some time to put together. Now, what do I prefer is a different question.
Right. That part.
What about you?
So I kind of am torn between two things. One, I was like struggling with self-esteem for a long time. So my guy made me a 30-day calendar, and every day was like a different picture and a reason like why like he liked me or loved me.
Oh my god!
So it was like, I love the color of your eyes, and it was a close-up picture of my eyes. Or
Wait, how many days was this for?
30 days.
Oh, that's nice. That's a
nice.
lot.
And it was like a poster board size, and it was like kind of like an advent calendar. So you like opened it, and it had the picture, and then it had the little saying in it. So I'm hoarding that. And then the other thing is, I had like my favorite globe when I was little. And I used to sit in my bedroom and like just like I used to take where I lived and to go to the opposite. And I'm like, that's where I want to live, on the opposite side of the world. And recently I was talking about how much it meant to me, and he surprised me and got me almost the exact same globe.
Oh, that's so cute.
So
That's so
like
sweet.
that, like when they listen and they like
pay
hear,
attention.
when they're paying attention to something that like really is meaningful to you, I think that's really
What about you,
sexy.
Pam? Since you asked us,
I had I love to skate, like roller skate.
cool.
I'm
we gotta go roller skating.
I am like roll bounce out this bitch.
We gotta go
Okay.
to roller
Yeah,
skating.
definitely.
I used to tell people all the time, like, what, y'all want to go skate? And I keep my skates in the trunk of my car, right?
Oh my god!
So my car got stolen and my skates were in my trunk. So for Christmas, he went and got custom skates.
Wow.
He had my parents' names
Oh, no, that's
custom
dope.
made onto the skates.
That is so sweet.
Right? I was like,
Oh, we love him.
Is this the guy you're still with now? Oh wait, you're
don't
sorry.
ask
I'm
questions.
insignificant.
Yeah,
I'm
we
so
didn't ask
sorry.
all
This
that.
is shit.
Yeah, we
My
just
bad.
say
We know him.
insignificant,
Yes,
but
yes.
I
My
thought
bad.
that was like the
That is
most.
really
That
sweet.
is.
It has like my parents, my children's names, like it had everybody's name on the skate. It had me with like a microphone because I do comedy. I was like,
So you still have
You
these
still
skates?
got
You still
them?
use them?
I haven't even got to break them in yet.
Okay.
We gonna roll a wave.
You should have sex with him with the skates on.
With the
Now that'll do it. But
You
listen,
can
you guys,
roll them off.
I-
You're done.
I had so much fun having ladies talk with y'all. Gigi, I appreciate you for coming back. And you too, Just Pam.
And thank you
Yes.
so much for
Yeah.
having me back.
No, always. You know, I love. Listen, you came to my Way Up with Angela Yee party, bought me a
so
gift.
much fun.
I killed that tequila, by the way. She got me some tequila that was amazing.
Thank
so
you. Thank you. No, thank you for having me. It was so much
Yay.
fun.
And Just Pam, you know I love you so much.
love
We saw each other in
you.
Yellow Springs, Ohio. Laura, you know it doesn't even need to be said. You know
That
what
part.
it is. But it is lip service. We'll be back next week. Love you guys.
Oh, I love you.
yes.